you for clicking on the video. And figured I would stop while I'm doing the headlands on this little bluff here to show you this. So that's 3/4 of a mile. Because there's the end of the field over there. So yeah, gives you a bit of an idea for scale. Yeah. So I got a few more bales to make before I'm finished the roll of net wrap. Then I'm heading back down to let the tractor cool down, change the net wrap, and then I'm gonna go bale up that hay over there, and then I'll come back here for the evening shift and bale up, because they're talking rain tomorrow, and no ifs, ands, or buts, it will rain. So let's get after it. And we're back at her. So they're calling for, I don't know if it said this already, they're calling for rain by lunchtime tomorrow. Foregone conclusion. It says it's 26 outside. It feels like it's about 28. Absolute blast furnace. And I know people from the southern states that be like, oh yeah, blast furnace, eh? Yeah. You're talking about us people in the north, we're used to -30, so this is crazy hot for us. So today and tomorrow are supposed to be in the 26, 27, 28 degree. And then that's us. Apparently that's the last of the mid to high 20s, and then it's going to be 20s and under, which I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that, because I got a lot of fall work that I've got planned, and it's nice to do it when it's cool run-ins. So we're going to make this into cow chow, and I'll bring you back when we get it wrapped up. Back at the straw, he's into the third paddock. Still got a little bit to do here, but so yeah, the hay in the north quarter is done for the year. The second cut ended up coming out 160 bales almost exactly. So, because the field is not quite a complete quarter in acres wise, it was just over a bale to the acre. So that's alright. I'll take that as a win. Can't argue with that. And yeah, no, we're going to be out here baling for quite a while tonight, because they're talking rain tomorrow. So hammer down. Big old harvest moon. I know these iPhones are terrible for taking pictures, but look at the size of that one. I know my windows are not great. Anyway, on the night shift. It's funny how it just turned 11 o'clock, and I could see 4 sets of combines going in all directions, and I literally got to 11 o'clock and you literally started seeing all the lights going out. That's the yard light up there. So yeah, that must be the magic hour. It just started getting, the straw started getting a little spongy. The tractor was starting to bark. It was starting to drag, and I was starting to catch net wrap. So, and Peter and his brother-in-law, they just can't just tail lights there. They're just heading home. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining just after daybreak, mid-morning, but there's only so much you can do. Welcome back. Yes, there's no daylight, and yes, you can now see lots and lots of puddles. So we had another 3/10 of an inch of rain. Came very fast and hard. at the early starts of daybreak today. Still blowing pretty good. Nice and overcast. Cool day, which is lovely. Calling for more tomorrow again. So yeah, the combining and baling straw will be at standstill for a while. And here's the great thing, because going by some of the comments in some previous videos about the lay of the land around here, it just is this way, unlike other parts of the world that have been developed for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years. Because Canada has only been developed for the better part of a century. There's a lot of isolated areas. There really is not what you would call infrastructure. Like the main gravel stops at our driveway, and then this is seasonal, what you call seasonal. And as you can see there, now you are not getting down there with a grain truck or even a half-ton pickup, because you've got that water right there, and then over the hill it's just dirt, sandy dirt, and you are going nowhere. And that's just part of living out in the boonies, because logistically to put a graded, raised gravel road for a couple of fields that only serve 2 landowners is logistically not possible. Like I said, it's not possible. It literally would cost about $250,000 to put half a mile of road in. And yeah, it sucks. But that's just how it is, and most people around here know that. Some don't. Some just don't. Can't wrap their head around that. You get this weather, you're not going down there. You really don't need to be going down there. And let's face it, there's some fields literally in amongst sloughs. Now, if you're trying to get down there, or you're trying to make, what do they call that? A silk purse out of a sow's ear? Yeah, it's not gonna go so well. Anyway, I'm gonna drop off the rake because I'm not gonna need this for a little while, and we're going fencing. At some point I'm gonna be hooking that poop spreader up to that red tractor too, because I'd like to start cleaning this stuff up. Because I need to get this bale yard sort of squared up, ready for the big onslaught of bales coming in here. So I'm just gonna leave this here because good place of any, because it might either be going to do, because we've still got this field to cut for hay, and I'll probably end up raking some of that straw, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, so we're in the silage field, which is the one it says in the paddock in the yard. So you'll see the center part of the silage field is still to cut, second cut. The headland was already second cut. Yeah. That's the thing is, if you can go out and cut your first cut down by the 3rd week of June, and we haven't had above average moisture, I'll put it that way. And in the middle of summer, like July, August, we had way below average, and we still got this. Now, granted, this is a new stand. It's only 2 years old now. So, this is the 3rd season. So, yeah. Don't know. Because you look down there in the high spots where it was drier, there's nothing there. But in here, for the most part, lots. Center part is almost late because it's way flowered, but time restrictions, yada yada yada. So I'm hoping that once we get the next grazing set up for the cows, and hopefully the straw wrapped up, then I can start cutting this, and then that way Liam will start hauling the wheat straw for us. So that would be good, because I think there'll be a good few bales out there. We already got, what did we get? 26 off the headland. So I don't doubt we'll probably get close to 100 bales off of this 70 acres. So that would be good. Nice. Nice to get a buffer built back up again, because we sold ourselves right to the limit last year. So yeah. Coffee time. Water run. Yeah, ironic water run just after we've had a pile of rain. Oh man. Well, I can't get much lower. Yeah. Got a fair bit of baling done last night. So we're into paddock 3. A good chunk. So he's halfway through paddock 3, so he's 200 acres in. I think I said 417 bales, so yeah, there's a few big yellow marshmallows out there. Still got some rows over here that already got rained on, so I'm not too worried about them. We'll roll them up at some point. And our neighbor, the hunters, they were going in this field last night too, so we were going lights for lights. They were the other ones where we saw the lights, like I said in the previous clip, where got to 11 o'clock and all you saw was the lights starting to go out. Yeah, they were shutting down too. They can knock acres down though, because they've got 3 combines. I don't know if all 3 are up here. I only see 2 right now. That's the thing, is most of the larger operations around here, like, we're not talking corporate farms. These are all just family farms. There's no corporate farms in this area, thankfully. Most of the bigger family farms have some have 2, most have 3 combines now, which is bizarre, considering when we first came here, farms having 2 small combines was getting to be more common. And then we were one of the first ones where we took, this would be right around about the year 2000, 99 or 2000. We made the decision to trade in the 9600 and the 8820 Titan 2. Still miss those 2 combines, but we traded up to a big class. It was a class 4 was the big combine at that point, class 4 or 5. So it was a CX 880, CX 880, yeah. And then we went to the 8080 after that. So the 880 was a cracking good combine. 860 was a really good combine too. We demoed one of those. Man, can they do canola. Whoa, clean sample. Clean to a problem, like if you had any gaps in your trucks or your grain bins, it would literally pour out like water. We had to stuff shop towels in a lot of little gaps before we could put sealant in. So yeah, starting to see some bare fields around here, canola and wheat. And there's lime still waiting to go on these fields. So anyway, run it down. It's weird seeing a hole right in Main Street, building gone. Take shoplifting to a whole new level. Oh yeah, going back to a previous episode talking about electric fences and how much I don't trust them. So yeah, we were talking about these insulators. Now if you can see this one's actually in pretty good shape. It's hasn't narrowed too much. So you can say, well, in there's probably, maybe 1/10 of an inch of plastic between them. And then you get one of these. yeah. So it's not doing a whole heck of a lot. Like that wire has gone right through. So the wires will be back to back. So yeah, that's what I was meaning. If you see these, don't buy them. If they're on your fence, replace them. They're garbage. They are no good. They will eventually let you down because they don't stay looking like this for very long. Because this one I don't think was on a very big fence. Like I said, if you're using poly wire, these will be great. But these are not for high tensile. Okay, so this is the alleyway. This fence is the one that's defunct now. Doesn't need to be here, not getting used. See ya, bye bye. So I'm using this wire to fix that bit that goes from the tractor there back to the new crossroads, because there's a bit there where I've realigned everything into where it needs to be. Anyway, so this wire is going to get rolled up out of the way after what I don't need. But what I'm showing here is, if you look here, you'll see this is the old edge of the field here. So when I get round to the next part of the fencing, that part of the fence there will get, like I said, this whole fence line here is getting moved. So this part will come along here, and you'll see it kind of goes there, and then goes around to follow the ravine. So that's going to be one of the fences there. It's going to crisscross this new fence out through and then head north. So that's going to be one of the projects. So I'm just unhooking the bottom one and then start pulling it that way and using what I need, and then roll up the rest. And then I'll have the audience come and yell at me again. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm gonna turn around so I'm shading the microphone. Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? So this gate is gone. This gateway is defunct. And don't worry, this post is getting pulled, that post is getting pulled. All of these posts are getting pulled out of here before the cows ever come back in here. So now, these are all the way to the new crossroads. So yeah, this is the crossroads. Whenever you hear me talking about crossroads, videos moving the cows, this is what I'm talking about. Because here you've got a north and south fence intersecting, east to west fence intersecting. We've got spoiled cows, honest to gosh. Look at that. Just staring at the grass, you can come down here and yell just to stress me. So, I've got this done. And yes, I know there's that little dog leg still there. My OCD can see that just fine. This fence will be getting rebuilt, restranded. And yeah, those two posts will probably get done at that point. Because this will end up like that one. Because this is a boundary. Because this field, for all intents and purposes, will never have cows in it. Now, we're going to have the option at some point that if we need to, we can put cows in here. Because there is fences all around it. But right now, these are all going to be designed to be boundaries. Anyway, so supper time. One thing left to do is the up and overs. And yes, I know I could go underground. Because the ground is so soft here, and coming in and out of here with things, we could end up, creating ruts and end up unearthing the wires. So that's why we're going up and over. Because my big brother Donald designed it with that one down there. And it seems to work really well, so we have a bunch of them now. So yeah, that's going to get done tomorrow because, see, we have to design this because there has to be a way that this up and over can be switched off. That way that in the start of the season, when we're teaching the calves to obey the fence, we isolate the southern part of the fence. So when the power comes up and over, it'll go that way, switch it off and go this way, this way. Because they'll only be in here, and then they'll go to there, and then they'll come back through here. So that's where we're at. So if I don't see you after supper, thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, we're due for another splash of rain tomorrow. Fingers crossed we don't get it, but still counting our lucky stars that we didn't get the rain that they had way to the east of here. They had upwards of 8 inches of rain, and they have massive disaster coming. Right? Not just your bed, that like people are in danger. So your hearts and prayers go out to those folks over there. We're just dealing with sticky, like seriously. Piper Doug. Anyway, I'm gonna jump in old dear John here and get up for supper. I think Mrs. Piper Doug is home, I think. So, see you in the next one, everybody. Tidy bye. Yes, and that's Jenny's big fat bum right there in the middle of the screen. She's always never far from the action. Anyway, let's go. I brought you back for one little more thing. Yeah, he's in here. It is night. And yeah, steering. Part of me wanted to just fire up the old lightning stick and just hammer down. And I thought, nah. Just in case I'm ever nuts enough to want to try and reseal that ram, if I'm just whatever. So I drilled a hole down through the block and on the ram, and so yeah, that and the fact that I figured welding mild steel block and then the ram, I know the outer like 16th or whatever it is of the ram is actually a hardened, but where I drilled through was at the thread, so that shouldn't have been, and it drilled really easy, so. But if I was welding it, I would have had to been welding back near the chrome, so. It probably wouldn't have been that good, and my welds are never that good. So, she's done, she's ready. I'm gonna hook this up to a poop spreader. Politics time.